Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Thank you for checking it out. First off, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone's enjoying their week so far and their weekend coming up. Just a couple of real quick updates. I have a new podcast up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and so on and so forth. This week we talk about not doubting yourself, and we're actually going to talk about this a little bit in this video as well, but really not doubting yourself and your abilities and really being confident in your work. And also, just besides that, I hope you checked out my most recent video on this large format beauty, the Intrepid 4x4 that I did an unboxing video on. I'm going to be doing a full video with this camera pretty soon, but go check out that. You can check it out right here. It's a really great video. You get to see what this thing is like out of the box. It's a simply beautiful camera, and I can't wait to start shooting with it. I have a bunch of film and a bunch of ideas, just waiting for it to not snow for just like one weekend in New York. But with that out of the way, let's get into today's photos, today's videos, today's topic. Today's topic is going to be about not doubting yourself again, which is kind of what my podcast is about. A couple of weekends ago, I went with some friends and met up with them and went to Jones Beach, again, keeping in line that I love to go to the beaches in the winter instead of the summer. So we went up. I took my trusty, beautiful, wonderful Pentax 6.7 with the 105 2.4 millimeter lens on it and put a couple of rolls of Portra 400 through it. And we were there like around 3 o'clock, so it was about getting close to sunset, so the light was getting a little bit low there. Going to the beach in the winter is actually a really unique, awesome thing to actually do. The reason being, one, there's a lot less people there, so you can get some beautiful landscape shots. But also, a lot of things are broken down. Also, it's, we're going through a pandemic right now, so there's a lot of things that are closed, like some of the big buildings that they have there. They have some beautiful, like 1950s inspired beach buildings at Jones Beach. But also besides that, a lot of things are shut down. So a lot of the lifeguard chairs are not on the beach right now. So the beach is nice and pristine. It was also extremely windy that day. And there's one photo I got that absolutely blew me away. It looks like a photo that would be taken in the Arctic or on like a foreign planet like Hoth, Star Wars rep. And it's just these people walking on the beach enjoying the day, but they're all bundled up and the wind and the snow is just blowing by. And it's one of my favorite photos from the roll. But also, like I was saying, the lifeguard chairs are not on the beach anymore. They actually put them in the parking lots next to like the toll booths and stuff. So it's a really beautiful place to go in the winter, and that's why I love going to the beach so much in the winter. As it was getting closer to golden hour, the photos just kept coming out more and more beautiful, and that beautiful pastel color and that golden hour light that Kodak Portra 400 is so well known for having such good results with. But I wanted to talk just a minute about these photos. Yes, they look great. I shot them on, like I said, Kodak Portra 400 on my 6.7 camera, scanned them in with my Epson V600, and then converted them with Negative Lab Pro. You can actually check out how I do that right here in this video. Go check it out, it's pretty good. So I converted them, And the thing with Negative Lab Pro is it's meant to make it look just like it did back in like the early days for me in the 90s of film with the Noritsu and the Frontier machines. But that could sometimes come off a little grungy and not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more of a clean, low contrast, pastel kind of paint looking sort of feel in my photos. I almost want them to look like paintings mostly. So when you load them into the Noritsu and the Frontier and use Negative Lab Pro, you get those kind of dark, grungy 90s kind of looks, and it can throw you off real quick. And it threw me off real quick, and I was getting extremely frustrated with it. And I was starting to think, man, I'm just not getting the hang of this, and I'm not getting it. And you know, after a few minutes of toying with the different settings, messing with the highlights, messing with the contrast, messing with the colors, I was able to reach the level of the photos that I just showed you. And basically what I'm just trying to get at is don't be so hard on yourself with these photos. It's hard to take film photography photos. You know, I'm so used to digital photos, which I shot some photos this past weekend of some really awesome models. Actually, check these photos out real quick of my past weekend where I shot some Mardi Gras photos of these models with some awesome light. Check these out real quick, they're pretty awesome. And those I knew were gonna look amazing right away because I took them on my digital camera and I saw them right there and I said, wow, these are gonna look good when I edit them. But we all know with film photography, you gotta get them developed and everything. And I was just getting to the point where I was like, I'm not figuring this out. Maybe I should just stop film photography and all stuff like that. But then I edited them, I slowed down, I took a moment to, you know, reflect. And after that, they came out beautifully, as you can see from before. And what I'm just truly trying to get at is don't doubt yourself. Learn from your failures. Even, you know, not all of those photos I took were good. Some of them just weren't even good enough to show, but just don't doubt yourself. It's hard to do. And you know, as someone who's always been very critical of his work when I was a musician and now, I have to get outside that box and I have to be more confident in myself. I had friends telling me how wonderful they are and how they want to buy prints of them. That should really mean something to me. So the whole purpose of this video, besides showing those awesome photos, is just to let people know that failure is something we need to know, to learn, to grow, to get better. And sometimes stuff is hard, but if it was easy, we would all be doing it. And if it was easy, it wouldn't be so worthful. Those are the photos from that past weekend. I hope you also like the photos I took of those models for the Mardi Gras. They came out really, really good. Soon there'll be a lot more photos coming from this thing right here, this beautiful, beautiful camera right here. I look very forward to taking that. I'm gonna try and do it this weekend, but we are getting another snowstorm this week. In March, I have a lot lined up for that thing. I'm going away to Arizona again, so there'll be landscape photos, there'll be portrait photos of friends. But then at the end of the month, I'm also doing a portrait workshop where I'm gonna be having a bunch of people come in and just taking beautiful portraits of them. So that's gonna be awesome. I might even make a book out of that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the photos, and I hope you feel a little bit better about your work and not to give up and to accept failure as growth. And I will talk to you in the next one. Remember to just shoot, have a good one, stay safe, and I'll see you later.